Hi, and welcome to Katie's Corner in Space. With the upcoming prequel to one of my favorite sci-fantasy shows coming up, I thought I'd pull my head out of the sand and get to know some of the characters to come. Now, of course, The Winchesters was the brainchild of Jensen and Daniil Ackles, and the project has been in the works for almost 2 years now.
It was an idea she and I came up with 2 years ago during COVID, essentially, and I think I was ready to take a break from the show, and she was certainly ready to have me back home for a while. Wasn't ready to put that world to bed.
But since the rumors, I've been waiting patiently and remaining spoil-free while the process took place. However, as we're nearly a month from the premiere, it seemed time to get to know the new characters we will be meeting in The Winchesters. Admittedly, real character information is scant at best, and we of course already know John Winchester and Mary Campbell, so I'll do my best to go over the foundation we have been given from which the newbies will grow. Speaking of new, let's start with a hunter in training, much like our John will be. And I do apologize for any mispronunciations of these names, as we have not really heard them much. Now, hopefully my pronunciations will get better as the show goes. Our first character is Latika Desai. And as I said, she's a hunter in training, but a brave one who's quick at learning to hold her own, and she's still genuinely afraid of the supernatural world. However, she moves past those fears and contributes with research assistance as well. Then there's Carlos Cervantes. Now, Carlos is a natural hunter who truly enjoys the work and has an upbeat attitude that keeps the gang going when times are rough. Again, more information is really not available that I can find, but judging from the trailer, he is going to be a hoot and a half. But I always like the upbeat characters who bring a little sunshine into the darkness.
Nothing more hydrating than holy water. You want some?
When it comes to resources, I have a feeling Ada Monroe, the owner of a bookstore who also just happens to have an interest in the occult, is going to be invaluable. She's slated as studious and smart, so it seems to me she's going to be key to solving whatever mysteries will be coming their way. Of course, we know Millie, but we've never met her before. Millie Winchester, John's mother, is hardworking and tough. She's done the bulk of the parenting in her family for the past 15 years. As a mother, Millie wanted nothing more to protect John. However, it becomes very clear that John has his own mind. Her challenge, it seems, at least in the beginning, will be trying to understand his decision to pursue the dangers she spent her life protecting him from. Now, personally, I can understand the dilemma. It's never easy watching your kids do something you fear will hurt them. I like the decision to have Millie as part of the series, though. Her perspective could give this gang, and John especially, information to further the story, but it makes me wonder, how could John's search end if he really is going to go look for his dad? I mean, if he still hates the man when he's an adult. I'll go on a tangent if I let this train of thought go. So back to the characters. And I'll admit this one, I'm not sure how she fits in, if not in a villainous way, because we've got this DJ, Honey Voice Steven. She's a pirate radio host, having hijacked the airways of Florence, Kansas to broadcast as Rockin' Roxy. And while she's got a growing fan base thanks to her charm, it seems not all of her listeners are strictly human. The plotline involves monsters, which, let's face it, isn't usually a thing hunters broadcast. So what is the use of this radio if not to be part of the big evil a-brewin' in Lawrence? Something to do with the supernatural or the hunters, secret messages maybe. I kind of have to roll the brain back to pre-internet and pre-cell phone days while trying to figure out why a DJ would be important to a story about things generally kept secret. Which is why I think the fact it's an underground, pirated, hijacked, whatever vernacular you prefer, it's not a strictly legal and publicly advertised radio station. So it means it's probably not that good. And that looks like everyone new to our world of supernatural. Now, I didn't include John, I didn't include Mary, and I didn't include Dean. We all know who they are, and if you've checked out my video before, you've got a good idea of where John and Mary stand at the time the series is supposed to begin, and what we already know about them. So if you haven't already caught that video, here's the card. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, got a little something out of it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and like below. I will see you again next week for a little something more about this new upcoming series. And until then, bye.